Well, artificial intelligence taking over, it is all the rage right now, but the government is concerned about its potential negative impacts.
Aaron Parsegian joining us now with a look at this emerging tech and, of course, what you need to know to get ready for it, Aaron.
Yeah, deep fake videos, voice cloning scams, automation replacing jobs. The conversation on the growing impact of AI, or artificial intelligence, is taking off among everyday folks and on Capitol Hill. This week, the U.S. Senate held a hearing grilling tech executives on its safety as they work to try and get closer to some kind of regulatory policy for AI. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, who created the often talked about ChatGPT system, outlined some of the benefits and new discoveries that can come with the emerging tech's growth, like in the medical and research sectors, but also said government regulation is critical.
For example, the U.S. government might consider a combination of licensing and testing requirements for development and release of AI models above a threshold of capabilities.
Lawmakers say they're committed to creating guardrails to prevent the spread of misinformation and to protect privacy. But what should you know about this technology in the meantime? How can you guard yourself from some of the problems it creates or use it for your benefit? I spoke with Dr. Patrick Dix, a professor and expert on both AI and automation.
When I talk to people, there are three things I tell them. One, you have to retrain on a different skill set. And when we say retrain, those jobs will have AI in them, helping them make the task easier. When I say make it easier, they can diagnose problems faster. You cannot automate and use AI in many of those jobs to replace people in the blue collar field. And the white collar field, you have to stick to jobs that are in healthcare, science, technology, engineering, and math. We're talking about IT, we're talking about engineering, we're talking about data science, data analysts. Second thing I ask people, work on becoming the subject matter expert at your job. If it requires you to take some outside training, you must become the subject matter expert, because if there's 10 people in a facility and they can get rid of 4, you want to be one of the 4 people that keep, because even though they may automate it or use AI, there still has to be human input to figure out how the system works. And lastly, invest in technology. I know now with how the economy is going and with inflation rates, the technology is still new. And when there's always trouble on the horizon, as we say, there is always the brighter side. Invest in these technologies.
It's an interesting conversation. We have more from it, including a look at some of the benefits coming from AI on 10tampabay.com. For This Week in Politics, Aaron Parsegian, 10 Tampa Bay.